Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You're tuned in to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give our takes and reviews of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, Brody?
Can't call it, man. Slow motion. Been a real busy week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Had a lot of things to get done with the kids on top of working and everything, man. Working and potting. You know how it be. But how about yourself, man? How you feeling?
Man, same, man. Working and podding, bro. You know, just trying to keep everything going. Started back streaming on the video game side, so excited about that. Had some fun. Been playing this new Call of Duty. Been going crazy, man.
Man, that Call of Duty's everywhere, man. You can't buy Mountain Dew without seeing the damn Call of Duty promotion.
It's like that, man. It's like that. And then the crazy part is, like, this the first one that they released that don't got all the features and stuff yet. So there's certain features and stuff that ain't even on the game yet that everybody's still waiting for. So I'm super excited about that because I can't wait for them to bring back hardcore mode.
Yo, that's wild, man. You speaking the language I don't even know nothing about. Like, dude, the last Call of Duty game I played was Black Ops.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you way behind.
Yeah. I'm way behind.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that shit is fun, man. And I've been playing 2K23, so you know, just trying to get back in my groove, man. Finally found my, you know what I'm saying, graphics and everything that I needed for it. So been going good.
That's what's up, man. Like I say, I'm gonna get back in the game, man, but it's gonna be more. It's still gonna be NCAA though, man.
Like, yeah, for sure.
Like I'm already trying to plan my you know what I'm saying, my strategy was like trying to get me a PlayStation. Trying to get me a PlayStation 5 around, you know what I'm saying, early July, so I can get that NCAA when it first come out, man. So hopefully they ain't no
by that
delays.
time you'll be able to buy one.
Yeah, man, because they hard to find now still.
I know it's still hard to get an Xbox, man.
That's wild, man. People out here gaming, man. I'm telling me, pandemic, man. Pandemic that would happen, it wouldn't be this hard to find these game systems, man.
Absolutely.
I think it's because the pandemic hit, people working from home. I'm telling you, man, people is at home working from home playing games, man.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee it. Supposed to be on the call and you sitting here on pause.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, come on, man, hurry it up so I can finish.
Yeah, I could be in that. But yeah, man, been one of those weeks, man.
Man, yes, indeed, man. So, to ease up that tension, man, for, you know what I'm saying, the stressful week that I had, man, let's get into one of our favorite segments, and that is What We Watching.
Let's do it. What we watching?
What we watching?
What you got this week, man?
Man, so I finally started this show I've been hearing people talk about, man. So I figured I would finally give it a shot. It is a Hulu show, you know what I'm saying, starring, you know, one of the great comedians of our time, but he's doing, you know, more serious things, you know, from time to time. The man, Steve Carell, man, I'm watching The Patient, the Hulu show. And I mean, I just finished episode 5 last night, so I got 5 more episodes to go. And it's not necessarily a slow burn, but then at the same time, like, the hype that I was hearing about it, I'm not really seeing it. Like, I think Steve Carell is doing a good job, you know, playing a therapist. But like what they're doing is like I'm not sure if he's going over different like things. And well, that's what he's doing. Like I said that wrong. So what he does is like while he is being chained up downstairs, you know, from this guy that is I'm assuming he would be considered a serial killer. Right. And So he got him locked downstairs in his basement. The wild part about that is his mom, which she popped up episode 3, knows that he's down there locked up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but the mom want him to help him, so she is fine with him being locked down there in her basement until her son loses his quote unquote compulsions to stop killing people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, wow. And so, but he keeps having like flashbacks because Steve Carell's wife had passed away. And the crazy thing about the show, which is because of the time, like me and you was speaking about before we got started, there's this whole thing going on with the Jewish community right now. And Steve Carell is Jewish and his wife is Jewish, but she passed away from cancer. And they showed a scene where at their son's wedding, she had wanted to go up and sing a song for her son's wedding. Well, and look, I'm just going off of the show. So if this is information that's not correct, I don't, like I'm saying, this is the show. Yeah. But the way that the show portrays it is a female can't sing at a function like that. So she goes out there with her guitar anyway and go out there and start singing. She's like, yo, because the man told, like the rabbi was like, yo, you know you're not allowed to sing here. And she was like, this is my son's wedding and I want to sing for my son. All the men started to walk out. That's not funny.
Yeah, it is. It's either because of that or she was trash.
No, it wasn't that she was trash. It was more of like them making a statement. It seemed like it was more.
No, I know I'm just saying, like, but it's either that or like they just walked out and she was trash.
But like, so they walk out and like the son got like this look on his face, and so like all of these flashbacks are, I think that they're like different moments. It seemed like it may be different moments of what he wished that he would have done something differently, because within that, I think that he felt that he should have defended her, but he didn't. And then her and her son have a bad relationship because he got really deep into the Jewish religion. So he was really disappointed that she was singing at his wedding because women aren't allowed to sing. So it's like he's dealing with those flashbacks. And then the only other thing that I say, because this is as far as I've gotten, so one of the people that he wanted to kill, he didn't kill him immediately. He took him back to the mom's house and put him in a room downstairs. And so Steve Carell's trying to talk him into not killing the dude. And what was wild about that whole situation was the fact of like the reason he wanted to kill the dude because he felt disrespected. So everybody that disrespects him, he kills them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is some wild shit, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, the show, it seems cool. I mean, it's not the best show I ever seen, but like I said, I'm not finished. I'm only on I just finished episode 5, so there's still more to go. But that's what I'm watching, man. The Patient on Hulu.
Cool, man. So I wasted an hour and some change of my life watching this movie. I seen the poster for it a while back. Me and my mom and my sister went to the movies to go see what's the movie with Idris Elba where he sucker punched the lion? Yeah. So we went to go see Beast. And before I seen Idris Elba do the impossible and unthinkable, I seen this poster for this movie called Barbarian. And I was like, man, like that shit looks awesome. Like that shit looks amazing. So I was like, man, I know this shit gonna be scary. This shit gonna be good. All that shit, right? So I seen that long time ago. And then the other day I look on HBO Max and voila, there it is. I said, man, this is what I've been waiting on. Let me watch this movie. Let me see what this movie talking about. And needless to say, yeah, I cut that shit off. Yeah, I cut that shit all the way off. So basically, this movie is about this girl. She goes to rent this Airbnb because she has this like promotion or like job opportunity or whatever. So she, you know what I'm saying, she goes to Detroit. She gets to this Airbnb and it's dark when she shows up, right? So when she gets there, it's another dude that's there. And she like, oh, I ain't know I was supposed to have this, you know what I'm saying, to myself. So he like, oh no, I was supposed to have this to myself too. But I mean, since we're here, might as well make the best of it. So they kicking it, you know what I'm saying, they cooling or whatever. They have a nice little night. And my man goes sleep on the couch, and then she goes basically to sleep in the bedroom. And so her door opens up. So she thinking that dude trying to creep in and, you know what I'm saying, get some cheeks. And she go out to the living room. This nigga is knocked out cold on the couch. So she like, yo, did you open my door? He like, fuck no, I ain't open your door. Like, you just woke me up. So, next day or whatever, she go back to sleep. Next day she wake up, he gone. And you know what I'm saying? She leave out. But when she leave out the house, she realized like every house around her is fucking abandoned. The whole neighborhood is full of abandoned houses, like straight bandos. So she looking, she like, man, this shit weird as fuck. So eventually, whatever, she leaves. She goes, she go to the little job opportunity, whatever. I guess she get the job or whatever. So she come back. So in the midst of her coming back, dude still ain't there. So she, you know what I'm saying? She going around, she try to go use the restroom and ain't no toilet paper. So she go down to the basement, get some toilet paper. Well, she go down to the basement, the door closes. So she's locked in the basement. So she banging and shit. She waiting for dude to get back. She done left her phone upstairs in the living room. So dude finally get back. She get him the key or whatever. And then he let her out. And she like, yo, you know what I'm saying? While she was down there, she pulled this rope that's hanging out the wall. And then this fucking door pop up open out of nowhere. So she like, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here because there's a tunnel downstairs. I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, yo, we got to get out. So dude like, nah, we not going to leave. Let me go check it out, see what's going on. You stay up here just in case I get locked in the basement. We going to be good. Well, this nigga get down there. He get to screaming and shit. So like a dumbass, she follow him. Well, she follow him. She go down there. This nigga crawl up to her in the dark ass tunnel hallway and was like, yo, we can't go back that way because somebody back there. Well, wasn't nobody back there. The motherfucker was behind him, and it killed him. And then it snatched her ass up, and then the screen go black, and then it show up to another dude. He get fired because of sexual harassment, and then this nigga basically is he ends up down in the tunnel, and whatever the little monster thing that's down there chasing them, which come to find out is not a monster, it's just somebody who basically is a victim of years and years of incest. And this lady who is the victim / monster is basically chasing them around the neighborhood. They finally kill it. Movie over. This shit was so horrible. Okay, it was one scene in the movie that pissed me off, and it pissed me off so bad because it was so predictable. So they sitting at this fire with this hobo because this hobo like, yo, come in here. You know what I'm saying? I know why y'all running. Get in here. So he know the whole story. You know, that house is owned by some man, and the lady that's in there, she been living there for 40 years, blah, blah, blah. So they like, yo, if you know all this shit, why ain't you never told nobody? And he like, well, shit, the police don't care about me. I'm homeless. Da-da-da. They think I'm always drunk. So they like, well, how did you stay alive? He was like, what you mean how I stay alive? She'll never come here. They never come here. Don't nobody ever come to think and look for nobody in this place. And as soon as this nigga said that, she bust through the wall and eat this nigga. Oh, I'm sorry. She bust through the wall. She grabs this nigga and rips his arm off and beats him to death with his arm. I said, man, turn this shit off. Talk about horror, bro. This movie was garbage. But shout out to Bill Skarsgård, and then shout out to Justin Long and what's the other girl's name? Georgina Campbell. They was all in the movie, but yeah, they made it. They stole a check with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. They stole a fucking check because that movie was trash.
Man, I've been telling you, man, like these newer scary movies, man, they
not worth it.
Ain't been no good ones in a minute, man.
Not at all, brother. I'm talking about not at all. Man, when I tell you everything about this movie was ass, everything about this movie was ass. The way it
It didn't even have one good scene like you remember in *Malignant* where when they was fighting in the police station, and that was like the one like
I would
good part
rather
about
watch.
the whole
I would
movie.
rather watch *Malignant*. Nigga, it's another scene in the movie where it's a dude downstairs in one of the tunnels. It's different rooms off in the tunnels. He's in the room, and mind you, they're underground in the tunnel. So he's in the room in the tunnel. This nigga is in the bed watching TV, and it's a whole bunch of tapes of him like beating women and raping them and doing all kind of weird shit with them. They'll never show them, but they got like labeled and shit. Mm-hmm. So the dude that went, the second dude that went down there, he sees the video, he push play, and he realized that that's the nigga that's laying in the bed. So the nigga is reaching in this little like drawer or whatever on this nightstand. He pulls out a gun and he points it at the dude. So dude like, hold on, man, like I ain't got nothing to do. Then he turns on himself and kills himself. Then this nigga grabs the gun, and instead of turning around and getting the fuck out of there, this nigga basically is stuck down there. Old girl escaped somehow, but she then calls the cops to go back to save him. She don't got no key, she don't got no phone, no ID, no nothing. So she really looked like a junkie. So the cops is like, man, I'm not listening to this bitch. This bitch is a junkie. Cops drive off. Now she finds her way back into the house to go save this dude. She runs up on dude. He's scared as shit. He shoots her. Yeah, I'm telling you, this movie was horrible.
Yeah, I ain't watching it.
No, I want you to watch it. Everybody go watch this so y'all can be just as disappointed as I was. Everybody deserves to watch this movie just so they can see how trash this movie was. This movie was horrible.
You sound like me when I was talking about Ambulance last week.
Man, this ambulance couldn't have been no worse than this. This shit was horrible, man. But yeah, y'all go check it out for yourselves and tell me, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up on the socials, tell us what y'all think. But it's called Barbarian. It's on HBO Max right now. And I was disappointed.
That's funny. That's funny.
So moving on, man, let's go ahead and get into the feature presentation. This movie came out in 2014, starring Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, and Zac Efron. That's right, we are talking about The Awkward Moment. Let's go ahead and get into the trailer.
Dude! I don't know what to do, man. You gotta help me.
Where's she at right now?
I think she's uptown at some dress-up party.
Well, then you are gonna be the guy who dresses up.
So it's a different kind of dress-up party.
What are you wearing?
Rock out with, it's not my real cock, though.
Clearly. So these were my parents.
He's gonna pretend this isn't happening.
Oh, goodness.
It's a cocktail.
Should have said that.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something, bro.
Oh,
I forgot
man,
how
fucking
hilarious this movie is, bro. This movie is funny as fuck, bro.
Oh man, that shit was so funny. And what was so funny about it, he was like, "It's a cocktail," and he was like,
"I shouldn't have said
that."
Hey, bro, the funniest part about that whole scene, bro, is the way her mom was. Like, her mom didn't know whether to be disgusted or turned on, bro. That shit had me crying, bro. That shit was funny as fuck, man.
No, that shit definitely was. Wow. Oh man. Oh man.
Goodness. But real quick, man, this movie is basically about three college friends who come together because one of their friends ends up going through a divorce / breakup with his wife, and they find themselves coming together trying to relive old times, only to realize that that doesn't happen in real life, and they ended up all three falling in love after making a pact to stay single for as long as possible. And this was a great bromance movie.
It was, man, but it really had me thinking though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way things went for me, like the thing is, like those days, like I remember those days, but like it was short lived.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I was like the Mikey character. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that they got married at 23. That's how old I was when I got married.
Okay.
So, you know, and he was talking about the whole thing about, you know, checking the boxes and, you know, and all this type of shit. And then like when they broke up, like what really reminded me of watching Mikey was like when they first went out to the bar, like their very first time, and they was trying to get him to talk to girls, and so then they started talking to girls, and then he was off to the bar drinking by himself. Like, yep, that's me. that would have been me, dude. I have never in my life had two things happen: a one night stand or pick the girl up from the bar. Never happened.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm definitely Miles Teller's character for sure.
I can definitely see that.
Well, I tell you, I'm 50-50. I can be Zac Efron's character as well, but I'm more so Miles Teller's character for sure.
Yo,
Like,
these dudes had a fucking wing girl. Like, dude, that
perfection.
is like
That's next level Mackin.
Man, who was you telling? That was why I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's next level.
About that.
Shout out to Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, shout out to Chelsea because it's not a lot of girls that would do that. You know what I'm saying? Be the dude's wingman.
Yeah,
or wing girl.
Well, I mean, they was both each other's wing person. You know what I'm saying? She got him hooked up with Diego or what do you call the nigga, Rodrigo or whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, played the piano.
Yeah, played the piano. Yeah, he got her. He got her hooked up with him. She got him hooked up with old girl. Like, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's next level Mackinac. That was a genius move by him.
Yeah, that's dope. But like, what it had me thinking was like, man, like going back to those times, man, where you know what I'm saying, like, come on, man, we know about the whole lingo of the roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, back in those days or whatnot. But like watching it, like they were, what was cool about like their friendship and shit was like when the whole scene of when he had when he jacked off using the old dude thing.
Oh, the tanning lotion was hilarious.
Yeah. And it turned his dick orange.
Yeah, he said like a yam. He said like a traffic cone.
Hey, that shit was hilarious. He said, it looked like it would be my dick, but bigger and blacker. Bigger and blacker. Yo, this dude is fucking stupid. And but like that was something that we never I don't ever remember a situation where it was just like I'm just opening up my towel to show my friends my dick. Like that was never nothing that we
were
really
never that close. We were never that close to be just, you know what I'm saying, just naked around each other. But so you saying like this was you in college?
No. Like I'm talking more like this would have been like when me and my dudes used to get together and shit like that. That was more of like my senior year in high school. Well, yeah, because see, my freshman year of college, I went to Greenville Technical College. I didn't go straight to when I went to West Virginia. Right. But like we used to get together and you know what I'm saying, you know the whole little thing, like it's kind of like how this movie was or whatnot. But like, you know, we used to be, you know, the whole thing of taking one for the team or, you know, trying to be your boy's wingman and all that type shit. Being one of those situations where like, yo, call me in 15 minutes type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So you can get your boy up out of there to have an excuse, you know, like shit like that. Like watching this kind of reminded me like of those days of where it's like, damn, like, you know, but see, I was the one who kind of like fucked the whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the one, you know, I was the first one to have kids out of the crew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, so then I had a kid, then I got married, then I got another kid, and they were like, all right, well, Sean's off the board. You know what I mean? It was like one of those type situations. So that's why I was a lot like Mikey because, you know, he was like completely out the game. Like when they made that pact. Yeah. To, you know, to be like, all right, man, look, we're gonna have fun, you know. Like he was like, yo, like I gotta get my wife back. And it's just like, dude, like she was cheating on you with Harold. You know what I'm saying? Who looked
Yeah.
like Morris Chestnut.
Right.
You know what I'm
Who was
saying?
also a lawyer.
That was also a lawyer. Yeah, and it's like, and like Mikey, which is fucking played by Michael B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan.
It was his character was it was a little bit of a buzzkill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the rest of the guys, like the way that they live in their life, which was the way that when I go back and watch it, like I was trying to say earlier, it's kind of like with me going in so early, it's like I would never able to experience that life of like, you know, having an apartment, you know, on my own and being able to, you know what I'm saying, have girls come through and do the whole little, you know what I'm saying, oh well, you know, the soul, what do you call it? The soul moment?
Yeah.
So what are we moment?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was never really able to have that so what are we moment as an adult, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like going back and looking, it's like, damn, man, why did I have kids so early? It's like,
hey man, so as somebody who has experienced all this at a very, very, very younger age, yeah, that shit is dead. I can tell you that much. Like the life that they was living is cool when you like in your early to mid 20s, but like after that, bro, it's time to get out of that life. That life is first off is detrimental to your health. You know what I'm saying? The constant drinking, you know what I'm saying? The possible STDs, like you don't want to live that life. And then not even that, bro. It's just like it's a hassle. Like dudes don't understand the whole hassle of having a roster. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a great idea, you know what I mean? But in all reality, it's not. It's a lot of work. Like I tell people all the time, like, you know, when people talk about like polygamy, they be like, man, I love to be in a polygamous relationship. I love to have more than one girl. I be like, yeah, that shit sound good when you fantasize about it until the reality hit. And then you got two women nagging at you because you didn't wash the dishes. I'm like, nah, it ain't that what it's cut out to be, man. You know what I'm saying? So just to think about just constantly having to remember everybody's name. And then, you know what I'm saying, like having to remember each and every last thing that every girl likes and what they don't like. And you know what I'm saying? Having to remember the conversations, y'all. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? She called you talking about one thing, you forgot that you were talking to Samantha about this, and now Lisa mad at you because you know you called her Natasha, and it's too much, man. It's way too much.
yeah, it's way too much, especially when you juggle like that shit was cool when you was like in like high school and like shit like that because it's just like you're not juggling as much shit. Like these motherfuckers was working, they had a job, you know what I'm saying? You got bills to pay, and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep up with with so many girls. It's like, nah, man, that's way too much shit, man. And just
now,
like you said,
what I will give Zac Efron credit on though is his character was Jason, right?
it was yes, Jason.
Okay, so what I will give Jason credit on though is that he had like moments and times for when they pulled through, so that made it a tad bit easier. So like the one girl, you know, he always called her on some late at night shit when he was just, you know what I'm saying, wanting the bone. And then, you know what I'm saying, the Ellie chick, he was on some I date her type stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, like he had other girls he was talking to as well. But just like if you got them in time slots, that make it a little bit easier. Or not even time slots, like just what they for. Like they all got a certain role when you got a roster. Like that make everything easier.
Now, what was hilarious was the whole fact of now what was funny. Like this movie has so many fucking funny moments, and that's why this movie is called that awkward moment because there's so many awkward moments. So he meets Ellie. Well, he sees her at the bar.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying, and they go over there and do the whole little, you know what I'm saying, the backing thing, trying to get the corny dude up out of here. And so he
didn't have to actually. She kind of
she was on the road. Yeah, she's definitely good. Yeah. And you could tell the instant vibe that they had. So the movie kind of tells you like you already know what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
So she goes actually to her house. She takes him home. So he smashed that. She falls asleep. He gets up to use the bathroom, and he sees that hooker book. See a whole bunch of condoms and a damn envelope full of money on the counter. He was like, "Yo, she's a fucking hooker." So he called Daniel, and Daniel's like, "Yo." He said that damn Viagra got me stuck up. He's like, "Man, I can't piss." He's like, "Yo, piss horizontally." He's like, "How the fuck do you do that?" And so then both of these dudes is laying on the fucking toilet. And Daniel said, "Yo, is your dick in the water?"
He told me, he said, "Man, you are useless."
And so the next day, they got a board meeting, and Ellie's in there, and they're talking about how they glad to bring her to the team. She just moved to New York and all of this shit. And so Daniel and Jason walk in, and then he sees her. He's like, "Oh, fuck." And then he writes on a piece of paper, he put an arrow saying that's the hooker.
Yeah.
Yo, I was sitting here like, yo, these motherfuckers is crazy. And then he tells her, yo, she's like, you couldn't, Dan, she did the whole little thing of like guys sticking around and all this type of shit. He was like, yo, I thought you was a hooker. Yo, sometimes, man, you can't be too honest with certain people, boy, because that was fucking hilarious. I don't know if I could tell a girl like, yo, I left because I thought you was a hooker.
You can, Mary. You just gotta know who and which one to tell. Like, because some girls they respect the honesty. Other ones they just can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he'd have did that with, and then this is another thing too, right? This movie shows you how different cultures are, because in our culture, like none of that shit would have went down like that.
Which part?
The whole movie.
Oh, okay.
None of this shit goes down if this is urban, they call it urban. So if this is an urban movie, none of that shit happens the way it happens. First and foremost, there is no everybody's coming over this nigga house all the time to just kick it and chill. And you definitely not, and Daniel is definitely not coming over to take a dump every time he comes over there. That's definitely not gonna happen. The bar scene is going to be totally different because first and foremost, you're not going to be able to hear nothing that anybody is going to say at the bar because the bar is going to change to the club. And then second, day in New York. So that whole situation changed. So ain't no like going to Gramercy and stealing the key. They'd have been got locked up for that. They probably would have never been able to get the key to begin with because she definitely wasn't gonna show them the house if they was black. So like all this shit goes out the window if this is, you know what I'm saying, like a black movie, which I thought was super funny because it's like the stuff that they was doing and like, you know what I'm saying, like all the fun and stuff that they was having, like me and my dudes, and it's so funny because it was three of them, so it's like three of us too. So like I was trying to compare some of the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, we went through and stuff, or we would do compared to the stuff that they would do. And it's like, bro, we did none of that. Like we don't go to coffee shops. We really don't go to the bar every night. That's something that's like a random occurrence. Like we go to the bar just to go to the bar. We don't go like on some straight after work, let's go grab a beer type thing. Like nobody does that. Like we'll either go to the bar or go to like BW3s or Buffalo Wild Wings for some people, because I just recently found out there's a lot of people that don't know what BW3s is. So yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't either. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, we call it BW3s. Other people I've met and they was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "You ain't ever been to Buffalo Wild Wings?" I was like, "Oh yeah, where did you get BW3s from?" I was like, "I don't know. That's just what we call it." So we call it BW3s, but yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of people that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of things they do. Or we'll go to like, we got a place called Frickers. So we go to like Frickers or Roosters or somewhere like that to go, you know what I'm saying? Grab a drink, grab some chicken, watch the game, that type stuff. So it's just it's interesting seeing the difference in cultures, and pretty much how they got it, you know what I'm saying? Like how they got along and the stuff they did. And then on top of that too, like they were actually all college friends. So like, I don't have like college friends. I got like childhood friends too. So, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing those differences was super interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you're spot on a lot of those things, man. Like, cause like, it was never really situations where we really like, like before work or whatever the case may be, where we went to a coffee shop and had breakfast and like we just kind of talked over our problems. But even then, like the honesty before they started, before they got in love, but because they was totally honest with each other about a lot of shit. Yeah. But like there were certain things that, within the friends group where, guys are not going to be honest about certain things. Like, even the whole thing of like telling the situation about Harold and how he looked like Morris Chestnut and all that type of shit. Like a lot of dudes would be like embarrassed to, to say what really went down. Yeah. And for them to really have like that conversation. And then like the whole thing of like even like pressing him to go out and get a roster and all this type of shit. Like that stuff was cool. But then at the same time, what was funny, and I like how it became like a recurring thing like throughout the film, where Mikey would be like, "You're an idiot." like he just kept saying it like throughout the movie because he was like, "Yo, like you are an idiot. Like everything you're saying is dumb." And like I thought that was a good thing to have recurring, because at the end of the day, this dude, Jason, he actually meets like the perfect person for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's so caught up in the, oh, well, we said that we was going to stay single and all of this type shit. And it's just like, that's the one tough thing about like dating and shit, right? It's like, number one, like trying like to, quote unquote, find the one and all that type stuff. But it's just like sometimes when you're in that mode and you do find that person that's completely compatible with you and like how they was vibing. Cause I mean, they really like, I mean, it's easy to see like the way that they had Ellie being played and the way Jason was, like they was a perfect match for each other. Yeah, they was vibing. Even Chelsea and Daniel, like you can see it, like they was really, really vibing. And it was just like that's something that only dudes would do, is where we would like really, really be feeling a girl and we'll be like, man, it ain't nothing. We ain't really vibing like that. It's just something I smash from time to time. Knowing that you're in love with this motherfucker and you be like, nah, I'm just smashing that, man. You know how I be. You know how I do. Yeah, and it's like, for sure. Like, nah, man, you is like straight up whipped. Like, you are. Yeah. And it's like, dudes would not admit that shit, dude. Like, at
that
all.
Boy sprung, got his nose wide open.
Man, wide open, man. But I thought that because see, the thing about this movie, like, as funny as it is, like, in the moments that it is, which we'll get more into those funny moments, but like, it's also, like you said, it's a rom-com as well. Yeah. And it's like, then you see the whole thing of where it turns when the whole scene of when they was at the bar and his phone is ringing, which I thought that was funny. And it was like, he was like, I don't know who that is. It was like, and Mikey was like, it's Ellie. How you know that? Fucking name is on your phone.
Yeah, it's literally on your phone, man.
He was like, nah, I ain't gonna answer it. And then it's like, so Dave answered it and he gave her the phone and her father died. And he was just like, oh, well, if I go to the funeral, that's going to mean that we're dating. And it's just like, he don't go. And it's like, well, that was stupid. Because, like, even Mike said.
Yeah and no. So it's like, the thing that's interesting, right, is you got a tale of two cities in this whole thing, right? You got Jason, who is basically trying to be as committed as possible to the brotherhood. And then you got Mikey and Daniel Mikey and Daniel, who basically are committed to the brotherhood, but to a certain extent, right? You got Mikey, who he's trying to get his wife back. And then you got Daniel, who's falling in love with this girl that he's been cool with and that's been around the group and all these other things. And he has been catching feelings for her this whole time. And he's not really trying to fight it. He's trying to hide it from his friends. Same thing with Mikey. He's trying to hide the fact that he's trying to get back with his wife from his friends. So the whole time, like, he doing all this other stuff. Him and his wife done spiced it up. They done kicked it back into action. They kind of thinking that they getting back together. And every time he's coming back, they like, yo, so you did it? He like, yeah. They like, yo, it was Glasses Girl, right? And they like, yeah. So he ain't confirming or nothing, but they just assuming that it's Glasses Girl. But then you got Jason on the other hand, who he is in love, but he's fighting that feeling because he wants to stay committed to his friends and letting them know, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We said we weren't going to do this. I'm going to stick with it, and I'm not going to do this. And all the while not knowing that they're going back on their word this whole time. So it's a very interesting dynamic that you see within their friendship. And you know what I'm saying, you kind of look at it from that spectrum and you like, damn, like if Jason would just give in the way that they giving in, you know what I'm saying, like he too could be just as happy as they are for real.
But I think that he was though. I think they all was doing the same thing at the
Not
same time.
Jason wasn't though.
No, because think about it. When Jason went to the party with he thought was his best party. Now he didn't know her parents were gonna be there.
Right.
But while he was there and did the whole cocktail thing and all that type shit, him and the pops got to talking, and he was like, "Yo, like he like Ellie, I like this guy." You know what I'm saying? Like they really like hit it off. So with him meeting the parents now, not knowing that he was gonna meet the parents, and you got this whole thing, you know, rock out with your cock out, and they still because the dad was like, "Yo," he said, "I'm surprised you didn't dip up out of here." He was like, "I almost did," and But to be in an embarrassing moment, like an awkward moment, being in an awkward moment like that where you are the only person.
That could never happen at a black birthday party.
Nah. Especially
who is this freaky ass nigga?
Hey, with a damn dildo hanging out.
Which one of you nasty motherfuckers? Hey, bro, I could hear all the older people at the party saying some wild shit. Like, what the fuck kind of freaks is this? For sure, bro. Yeah, that definitely could never happen at a black party, bro.
Oh man. So now I was just meaning like, dude, at that party, the way that him and Ellie was vibing, like he was doing it too. But
I mean, excuse me, and that's what I'm saying to a certain extent, because remember, even though he was, you know what I'm saying, even though he was falling in love with her, though, at the same time, like she said, like when I needed you the most, you wasn't there. Like he fighting with them about going to the funeral, and they like, yo, just go to the funeral. He like, nah, because if I do that, then, you know what I'm saying, she gonna think we in a relationship, and you know we said that we ain't getting in relationships. So, you know what I'm saying, he was, that's why I was saying he was, to an extent, he was doing his best to really fight it.
Yeah, and he did, because what I meant by that was like they all was really doing like their own little secretive stuff when it came to the girls. But yeah, he was the one who stood, you know, the firmest by not going to the funeral. But even like what Mikey said, because I was more on what Mikey was saying. He was like, yo, like be a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But at the same time, he never told them that he met the parents. At least they didn't show us that he said that he met the parents.
Right.
So,
and then, but even then, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You kicking it with this girl, you sleeping with this girl, at least, you know what I'm saying? You're around her for whatever time that we think you're around her. Like, the least you could do is show up to her, you know what I'm saying? To her. She called you at all people. Least you could do is show up to you know what I'm saying, her dad's funeral for her. Like, that's, like you said, that's the human thing to do. Like, it's not that hard just to go to a funeral, regardless if you think y'all gonna be together or not. You know what I'm saying? Have some sort of human decency and show up for her in that moment. Because that's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already got her out here thinking that, you know what I'm saying, y'all feeling each other, and then this happens. That's a moment to be there for somebody.
And then like with her showing up, and he tried to make it seem like that she showed up unannounced. He knew she was coming.
He definitely told her to come later.
He told her to come. And so then they sitting there, you know, broing it up, playing Xbox, and then she hits the thing, and then they're like, yo, Ellie's down there. They was like, yo, don't buzz her up. And he buzzed her up. And then it's like that's the thing of like, and see, this is the one thing that I never was really able to. I mean, I was able to experience this a little bit, like with my ex-wife and shit, because like, she was like the new girl, you know what I'm saying? Because she was from West Virginia and all that type of shit. So, but like to have like that scene where it's like, well, she was like, "Oh, y'all playing Xbox? What y'all playing?" And she grabbed the sticks, and everybody like, "The fuck?" And then they playing the game. They're like, "Yo, man, this motherfucker cool as fuck." Like, so they looking like, "Yo, like this might be the one for you, dude," because like she came in there, she jumped on the sticks with us, like we all
she
cool.
brought whiskey.
Yeah, brought whiskey. Like we in here cooling, like and like I think there's something that if you have like a bro group like that, is that you would want like them to like her. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because you don't want one of those situations where it turns into, which I had to deal with that before, where it turned into a situation where they didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like something like an event happened and it pissed my homeboy off to where it got to the point where like I wasn't even invited to the wedding. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like I know like that one thing happened, but it's just like, yo, like, but we've been cool since, you know what I'm saying, middle school. And it was like, because of one thing that happened, you know what I'm saying, it kind of damaged the relationship. And like that's the thing, it's like when you got a bro group, like you want the dudes to be cool with her for the fact of like, like especially like if you get a girl, you be like, because that's another thing. Like if your dude don't like your girl and he get a girl, he don't want his girl to be around your girl because he don't like her anyway. So it's just like I thought that was a cool thing, like how that whole thing went down. But then at the same time, like you said, some shit just ain't happening in our communities. Like the whole thing of like Mikey is going through what he's going through, and he's basically like sleeping at your house. Most black people gonna be like, "Yo, look, if you're gonna be chilling here, might as well start kicking in." You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Yeah. I actually like it was one time I was living in the house and like my brother, so that one I can relate to because my brother came and stayed. Well, not my real brother because I only got one, but my since somebody I grew up with for a long time, we call each other brothers. But he came and stayed with me for a little bit, and so that actually happens. I can vouch for that. That actually happens.
Yeah, see that's never happened with me because like I said, because like I got it was just early and it just like I wasn't able to like experience like a lot of those things like the whole thing of like, and I'll tell you something that was wild when Mikey did the whole thing where he like cooked for Thanksgiving before we get to that whole little thing, and like so he cooked for Thanksgiving and then he goes into the closet and he sees Harold's jacket in there. And so then they're sitting there talking because she was late, which I guess she was with Harold. And so she shows up late. And so he was just saying, something about the wine or whatever, whatnot. But so that's when he realized that she still was fucking Harold or whatever. He asked her, like, yo, what are we doing? And he was like, yo, we having fun. He's like, yo, I'm not having this type of fun with my wife, yo. Like, like that ain't like that response was something that you wanted to hear from somebody that's on your roster.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want that response from your wife that you was trying to work it out with.
Yeah.
And then like the whole thing of where she used, that's why I say, man, girls are tricky. Because when she hit him with, yo, the reason we never had kid talk because we never saw each other in each other's future. Like, don't try to twist this shit around and try to say some like. See, that's the trickery right there.
Well, she been tricked him. She been tricked him way before that. She tricked him with the whole cancer scare thing. I need to call you because I haven't been feeling good and I've been having pains and blah blah blah. And bitch, call a different doctor. Don't call me. I can't help you.
No, you just want to do it with me because this shit ain't going on your insurance.
You're not even that too. But no, you're gonna pay for this one multiple ways. Call another doctor. I can't help you. So but the whole like I think the biggest awkward moment like about this movie is when Daniel went to and I guess like that's how they're all cool with Chelsea
because everybody goes over to Chelsea's people's house for Thanksgiving or whatnot.
Yeah.
So Chelsea getting a little freaky. I need a Chelsea in my life. So she's like, yo, let's go smash in the bathroom while all of my family's out there.
Basically.
So they in there smashing in the shower, and neither one of these motherfuckers locked the door. Jason walks in, he's taking a piss, and then it was Daniel's fault because he throwing jokes and shit, making her laugh.
It wasn't Daniel's fault. It was the towel's fault. Why did the towel come down so easily? And why is that the only available towel?
The only available towel. And he was like, yo, what the fuck is this? and so then he's sitting there with no pants on. And then Mikey comes in. What the fuck is this? And then they got it. And then he's sitting there like, and he's sitting there saying, Chelsea's like, yo, I thought you told them about me. And it was like, what the fuck is you talking about? And then he was like, no, we're not dating. And she's like, oh, so we're not dating? Like, you just told me that we're dating. And so the whole argument breaks out in the bathroom. A fight break out in the bathroom. And then Jason opened up the door and everybody's standing there. And the funny part about this
ain't got no fucking pants on with a towel covering his joint.
He didn't even bother to put his pants on.
Once the door was up, there was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing to do. But that scene was funny as hell. He went up there to go hug Mikey. Mikey like, bro, you not hugging me with no pants on. Like, back the fuck up.
He said,
like, what are you doing?
He said, you're not hugging me with no pants on with your dick out, man. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Like back up off me. But
that's crazy.
But yeah, man. But like, and then like the whole thing of like, and see, that's the thing about these movies. Like the one thing that happened when they was talking, and he was like, "Yo, like she had that open book night thing or whatever," and like he did the whole little thing where he redid the very first conversation
from memory, might I add.
Yeah, from memory. See, that's the shit that be fucking dudes up. Cause the girls gonna be like, oh, why don't you do that for me? And it's like, man, listen, this is a movie, okay?
No, that's when that's where the honesty kicked in. If I felt that way about you, I would. You know what you're here for. You're here so you don't get fined.
Hey, well, you stupid. I'm only here. Oh, Marshawn Lynch. Yo, did you see that video when he went down to Tampa Bay?
He was on the boat with him. He said he's like a blackjack. He calls himself Black Sparrow.
Black Sparrow.
Yeah, he wild, bro.
Yo, how can man? I spent so many years hating Marshawn Lynch. He's the coolest fucking dude.
Bro, he is
world,
the most
dude.
entertaining football player to ever walk the face of
Oh
earth.
my god, man, he is. I had to hate him though, man, because he was with the division rivals. But man, that is the coolest dude ever, man.
I knew he was something special when he came out of Cal and got drafted to the Bills. I told everybody that dude is gonna be a dog. And as soon as he went to the Seahawks, it happened.
Man, no, he was good with the Bills too. It's just the Bills
not like he was when he was with the Seahawks, though.
Yeah, because the Seahawks had a team.
That's what I'm saying. He was a dog coming out of college already.
Look, I knew Marshawn Lynch was cool when I seen him driving that damn golf cart on the field, and he was whipping that bad boy like it was a 72 deuce about this.
Yeah, on the field, wilding.
Yeah, wilding. I was like, yo, that dude is cool. But not like. This is as hilarious as this movie is. Like it definitely has its moments, but then it also, depending on what your, what I'm saying, late teenage or early 20s was like, it could bring back certain memories, all that type shit, of like how you used to live and like how you grown up and all that type shit. Yeah. But like I was watching the movie like, damn man, like I remember this one thing happened and all this type shit. So it's always cool watching like movies like that, like even like shit like The Wood and shit. You know, like especially like when you don't like that crew of guys that I used to fuck with back then. I don't even talk to these dudes no more.
That's crazy. I live behind one of them niggas.
Nah, it's not. It is not.
I literally live behind one of them niggas.
No, it's definitely not like that. But like even like a guy like Sinclair, like Like,
Mhm.
I mean, no, we still speak. Obviously, I mean, he
Yeah.
came on the podcast the other day, but
Mhm.
like back then, like Sin, I don't think he would care. He always kind of had a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when we was on our shit, you know what I'm saying? He always had a girlfriend, so like he
Right.
wouldn't really never like included in like shit like that. But
Mhm.
like all those other dudes, but like yeah, we don't even really speak like that no more. So it's like watching these bro type movies. It's like damn man, like I remember what it used to be like because it's definitely not like that now.
Oh yeah, me and my niggas, we still kick it like it was yesterday. You feel me? Like I said, bro, you are, I talk about when I be going over my brother's house, I walk right through the gate. What's up with the fam? We, you know what I'm saying? He literally live right behind me, and then my other brother, he work a lot, but we still kick it, like, you know what I'm saying, every now and then. Not as much as we used to, but we definitely kick it, and we play the game all the time. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always in contact with my boys. Like that's something that'll probably never change.
Like the wild part about that is like the dudes that I was like cool with, like middle school, high school, shit like that. That I don't even really fuck with like that no more. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not like by choice. It's just like we just kind of like grown apart type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that's like my guy though is who I met in college, Mark. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mark, you know what I'm saying? Mark's my guy, but the only thing is he live in Orlando. So,
Yeah.
but shit, we talked the other morning for about a damn hour the other morning. But like so we still in touch, but like we can't like just hang out.
Kick it
You
like
know
y'all,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
kick it like you want
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because you know what I'm saying, 8 hours away. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like it's just one of those things, man. Like I think that when especially because see the thing about this movie is just like I said, like if you was to get a girl like Ellie that your boys instantly and even Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like your boys constantly like already like because
Yeah.
if you look at it this way, like it really started out with Daniel and Jason. And like
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like Mikey didn't really it seemed like Mikey was like they always stayed in touch, but it
Yeah.
seemed like he just
He was
wasn't there as
because he
much
was
because he was
married. He was
married.
distant. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So then it's like kind of like coming back around. It seemed like they didn't really fuck with his wife like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was one of the reasons why they was trying to get him to, you know what I'm saying, to kick her to the curb because it seemed like they didn't really fuck with her like that.
Yeah, and you want your homeboy back. You know what I'm saying? You want to add your homeboy back in the mix. Like it's cool when it's, you know what I'm saying, y'all, but when the three amigos get back together, bro, it'd be a whole different scenario, man. Like I feel that 100%. Like when you get everybody together and y'all all kicking it like y'all used to kick it, and you know what I'm saying, y'all can talk about them old moments, and then y'all can create new memories, and y'all can just sit back and talk and catch up and all that. Like you miss those days, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I mean, but it brought back some memories though, some
Mm-hmm.
shit that I'm glad I haven't forgot.
For sure,
so
man. For
so
sure.
stay in the memory bank.
Oh, I got to. It can never get out. But let's go ahead and get into the fire flames, man.
Yes, sir.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
All right, man. So what you got for this one?
For number one, most definitely, I really fuck with the cast. I think Miles Tiller, Michael B, Zac Efron. I think that even though it seemed like that you would think that Michael B was a person that kind of stood out, but like he had his funny moments. But even
Mm-hmm.
though like the other two was the more funny guys or whatever, but I think that this worked the way that they did it. I think Zach, he has like this like kind of like this like what they call those comedians, more like the dry humor.
Dry humor,
Yeah, like he had a really good dry humor in this. Miles was the more outlandish one, but I think it worked. I think the storyline worked. Even though like we felt like we've all seen this movie before,
Mm-hmm.
but they found a way to make this one their own.
Yeah.
Even though we've seen because it's a basic storyline, we've seen it 20 times. But they found a way to make this one theirs, and that's why I'm gonna give this one a 4 for the simple fact of I say it again. We've seen this so many times, but everybody had their own versions of it. But they found a way to make this one, in my opinion, stand out. So they found a way to make this stand out. And I'm going to always now remember. I can't believe I forgot about this. Rock out with your cock out, and that is a cocktail. I am not going to forget that damn dildo going into that fucking cocktail. And then the funny part about it was her husband gave him her drink. Yeah. And then he came back over and gave him a beer. Yeah. That was hilarious. I like that, man. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Man, I'm on the same wavelength, man. I'm giving it a 4 too, but for a different reason. The only reason I don't give this a higher score is because as cool and funny and great as this movie was, it was not realistic because there was not one ugly dude in the group. And everybody knows that it's always an ugly dude in the group. So because there was no ugly dude in the group, yeah, man, it got to get a 4.
But I mean, it is a movie.
I mean, still, it's always a dude that's considered the ugly dude in the group.
I mean, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Think about the Wood. Who's the ugly dude in the group?
Hold on. Who was considered the ugly dude in the group?
The bald head.
Slim.
It was between him and Omar Epps. One of them niggas was the ugly dude in the group.
That was the video.
Pause on this whole conversation, but for sure, it's even if girls don't consider all three of y'all ugly, like it's always that one dude that's less desired than everybody else. That's the ugly dude in the group. So even if like females will look at the group and be like, "Oh, I mean, ain't none of them ugly," but which one wouldn't you fuck with though? That's the ugly dude in the group.
That's hilarious. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. And then you got like Zac Efron with the jawline. You got Michael B. Jordan with the smile and shit. Miles Teller got the cool humor. Like none of these niggas was unattractive or unwanted.
This is true. This is true. Yo, man, the whole part.
Go ahead.
The whole part when Mikey walked in on him smashing those girls.
That shit was funny.
He was just standing there, and it was like.
Get the fuck out, bro.
Get out. Yeah. And then he offered the coffee and said, "Look, I'm sorry for the things that I said or didn't say or gonna say."
That shit was funny. But no, like even the fact like they was at the bar, both of these niggas, you know what I'm saying? They talking to the ladies, you know what I'm saying? They done macked up. This nigga Michael B. Jordan didn't have to do nothing. Some chick walked up on him. Like that's not realistic.
Well, remember. He was sitting on a jacket.
Regardless, she gave him the digits. That's not realistic. Somebody is not leaving that club with numbers, bro. Somebody's not leaving that bar with a number or a woman or something in real life. That's what I'm saying. The ugly friend, bro. They didn't have the ugly friend, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's just not realistic.
Oh man.
It's been times I've been considered the ugly friend in groups, but I know for a fact one out of the however many of us it is gonna leave there scoreless. That's what I'm saying. Nobody came out scoreless in this movie, and it's just not realistic.
Yeah, I would always come up scoreless. In that type situation.
But I'm just saying, like, to me, that's what I'm saying. The person who comes up scoreless is usually the ugly friend. I've been the ugly friend plenty of nights. You know what I'm saying? And it's switched, but. Somebody got to come up scoreless.
It was more of like I came up scoreless in the club, but I could text somebody afterwards and be like, "Yo."
But that's what I'm saying. See, the ugly friend always has to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my point. It's been times when we leave and I'm like, well, nigga, that don't even matter. Let me go ahead and hit this Rolodex real quick and I'm good. I'm just saying, it's been nights that a nigga has come up scoreless and they didn't have that person in the group. I always call that person the ugly friend, whether it's a woman group, a man group, whatever. I just always call the person that's scoreless the ugly friend because that night didn't nobody fuck with you.
I mean, this is true.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
So, yeah, man, but it was a great movie, though. I definitely recommend that movie for anybody to see, anybody to watch, because that is a great rom-com / bromance movie. And what I do like about it is the fact that they were able to do a rom-com with dudes, you know what I'm saying, and not have it be like a super creepy rom-com. Like, it's actually a pretty dope rom-com, bro.
No, there is something super creepy.
Well, when that nigga walked in with his cock out, that was creepy as fuck.
No. What was creepy, and we ain't brought him up.
Mm-hmm.
Fred would walk up. What's up, guys? It's Fred.
No, Fred wasn't creepy. Fred was the awkward moment in the movie. He was super awkward.
They was like, Fred, we're not on the phone.
Like, no, when that nigga walked up and they high fived, he said, "I'm gonna get in on some of this," and high fived him, and then start hanging out with him. Yo, that shit was the greatest, bro. That shit was the greatest.
Yo,
that shit was fucking crying, bro.
That shit was so funny. Like, I'm gonna get in on this.
He said, "I'm gonna get in on some of this." That nigga said, "Come on." That was actually funny.
What's up, guys? It's Fred.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit was hilarious.
That shit was hilarious, man.
Oh,
but man, let's go ahead and move on to the coming soon, man.
Man, let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So, for the people who are excited about the next episode as much as we are, listen, your excitement just went tenfold because that's right. We covering the movie Bullet Train. This movie was super exciting to watch. Shout out to Brad Pitt. Shout out to Brian Tyree Henry. Shout out to Zazie Beetz. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Man, who else was in this joint? What's the old girl name that was in The Blind Side?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Shout out to Sandra Bullock. And a host of other people in this movie as well. But this is a great action movie. What I do like about it is it has a bunch of different branches in the storyline, but they all are interesting and they all connect. And they brought it together very well. So y'all go watch this movie. Catch us on the next episode. Get ready for it. I'm excited to do this one. Cool
deal, man. It'll be my first time watching it. And for you, of all the movies that this person has done, I mean, we need to put them down for an appreciation or something. But for you to name all the movies, The Blind Side.
Yeah. That was the first one that popped up in my head. That's the first one I knew that I could name that most dudes would know, because most dudes ain't never seen Miss Congeniality.
Shit, I have.
I mean, I know you have, but that one didn't pop up. I know, me too. But that one didn't pop up in my head at the time. That's why I said Blind Side, because that was the first thing that popped up in my head. I just know, like, most people didn't watch Miss Congeniality, and then it's like a host of other movies that she into.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's a host of other movies. I mean, shit,
Birdhouse.
No, what was that shit called? Was shooting the blindfold?
I thought it was called Birdhouse. Bird watching? It's bird something.
It's bird something.
I swear it's called Birdhouse, bro.
It's not no damn Birdhouse, man.
Man, that shit is called Birdhouse, bro.
It is not called Birdhouse, man.
Watch this.
Yeah, look it up, because it's not damn Birdhouse.
I'm telling you, it's Birdhouse, bro.
Why can't I remember what the fuck that movie called?
I guess it ain't called Birdhouse.
No, it ain't. Bird Box.
Bird Box, yeah.
Yes.
I was close. I was super close, bro. I swear I was close. Birdhouse, Bird Box. The house is about.
Oh my god, bro, you stupid as fuck.
A box can be a house for a bird in some instances once they die. So,
oh my god, hey,
you know what I mean, I figured I did all right with that one.
People don't understand, but
but listen, man. if you guys liked this episode, if you didn't like this episode, if you thought that that Awkward Moment was a great movie, or if you just thought it was trash, or if you just watched it because you like Michael B. Jordan, hit us up on socials and let us know. Instagram and Twitter at oh my god, I was gonna say at Scoots Brunson. At View-A-Non Pod, Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. As far as me, you can follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. I got a link tree in the bio. You can find me everywhere else there. Also, if you are a fan of video games and you fuck with Twitch, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Scoots Bronson. And that's all.
And y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram and on Twitter at 28 Minutes or Less Pod. That's just on Instagram. Follow the podcast on all major platforms, 28 Minutes or Less. I got an idea for episode 104, so be on the lookout. But if you haven't heard episode 103, you know what I'm saying, Raising Canaan, Power Book 3, go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for the next installment of the 4-3.
Yes, indeed.
Podcast.
Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search the 4-3 and you'll find them one way or the other. Man, listen, thank you guys so much for your support. It's always greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in, listening, and watching. And remember, you can only watch us on Spotify. And until the next episode, man, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.